Today, nuclear energy is considered the cheapest clean energy and the intermediate solution for resources scarcity and the growing energy demand. Therefore, it is widely used around the world. However, Germany, the country that invented and developed this technology, decided to exit nuclear energy back in 2011. Why is that? This video will be introducing and explaining the story to you. First up, we already know the benefits of using nuclear energy, such as low emission and low cost compared with conventional energy resources. But there are also risks associated with that. Uranium, the most common nuclear fuel, might emit harmful radiation during mining and transportation. The operation of the nuclear plant is usually safe, but the potential leakage of the reactor can lead to unimaginable disastrous consequences. And the current way of radioactive waste disposal still threatens our environment and health. These have always been the concerns in Germany, but what really triggered the nuclear exit plan was the Fukushima nuclear disaster in March 2011. It has caused huge harms in the economy and, more importantly, the environment and human health. Since then, there have been many international responses, including Germany's announcement of its plan to exit nuclear energy.
Step by step, we will abandon nuclear energy by the end of 2022. This path is a big challenge for Germany, but it also means huge opportunities for future generations.
The government then announced the shutdown of 8 out of the total 17 reactors in Germany and planned to shut down all by 2022. But there have been debates on the actual schedule.
In no way does extending the use of nuclear energy stand in the way of developing renewables. On the contrary, nuclear power will help keep energy prices stable and will help us to reach our emissions goals more efficiently.
The stated goals were reached in all the study scenarios, which means reactor operating lives have at most a marginal and certainly not a decisive effect and significance.
The exit plan clears the concern of a potential disaster, but it also paves the way for Germany's another ambition, renewable energies. Since the early 1990s, the companies and citizens have been investing in solar, wind, and bioenergy power plants. It has planned that by 2050, the emission of greenhouse gases will have been reduced by 80 to 95% of 1990s level. To achieve this, the energy consumption will be reduced by 50%, and at least 80% of electricity will come from renewables. The ambitions are not cheap. In June 2011, Finance Ministry spokesman Martin Kartos said the German government would likely lose about €1 billion in tax revenues a year due to the phasing out of nuclear power. Citizens also need to bear the cost. According to FNAE, 22% of household electricity price in 2015 was the surcharge to support renewable energy operations. Germany has made impressive progress since 2011. This is the whole picture of electricity generation capacity in Germany over the years. We can see renewables are replacing nuclear energy and fulfilling the growing energy needs. Since 2010 to today, electricity generation capacity by uranium has reduced by almost a half, whereas wind power and solar power have increased by 72% and 122% respectively. Our group favors Germany's nuclear energy phase-out plan, while we still recognize several critical issues in such a plan in general. First, as renewables incur high costs, countries that are not economically as strong as Germany might not have the incentive to invest for a long term, and they might also find developing renewables challenging, as it requires advanced technologies. Furthermore, renewable energies depend on favorable conditions such as strong wind and strong sunlight. But as we move on to our future, Germany could be a model for the world. As for now, renewable energies are the only sustainable solution for us. And as we have entered the era of globalization, sharing of technologies across countries can help facilitate the transfer of energies and fully utilize all the available renewable energies around the world.